I be having the skills to pay the bills and then some. Still I strive to stay humble and understand you lose some when you win some. Naturally you make some enemies when you befriend some of your enemies' enemies. An expectable outcome, I outrun. Hustle and gun my opponents. Smoking these hopeless onuses with powerfully spoken opuses. I'm letting my foes know now you for sure to lose. It's cookies you're through. I'm choking you with this lyrical noose. There's nothing that you can do except refuse to accept it. Your spirit thinks you're still living, your body's dead and decrepit. I'm stepping the game up, turning the flame up to burn up these lame ducks. I bust the heater just to beat him with the curve and change up. Your luck was up as soon as you challenged the mangler. I'ma strangle and hang you up as an example of the danger. Any stranger who tangles with me's getting dangled by an ankle and viciously whipped with lyrics from all angles. My hunger pains make me a savage when I ravage an average sea, fastening and blasting them in the cabbage. I manage immaculate vernacular masterfully. I'm dropping these sonic mockeries properly on nothing beats. I rattle your teeth about these sockets. I leave your brain dead and numb, jaw dropped, awestruck and gawking. I'm knocking on your head, McFly, like, hello, McFly. Is anyone home? I don't think so, and I don't wonder why. I'ma make you fly home to your mama, crying about that rapping bomber, setting flame to your reputation like a blazing 5 alarm. While watching the fire burn, I stay calm as a Buddhist monk. I take your name and make it synonymous with faking the funk. You just a plastic punk rapper, getting smacked for acting insolent, trying to pass water as gas. Your raps are insufficient, end of sentence. Point period blank. Now walk the plank and thank me later. Hate the game, not the major who holds rank. Cause I thundermen used to be young and undermen, stumbling, bumbling, a 0 on a scale from 1 to 10. Now I'm special forces kicking in doors and running and grenading, gunning men. Leaving days and wondering if it was really him, the one who was subordinate. I spit in your face, making you hate how I coordinate. Breaking the faces off these crackpots. Ooh, I'm burning them like the clap, cold and flaming these Molotov cocks. Beatboxers spitting these writtens, you hounds get outfoxed. The beautifully smooth moves I be using be like a fine scotch. I'm botching your plans, leaving you lost in a wasteland. I'ma erase you off the face of the planet just like a caveman. I'ma dig your grave site and write at your tombstone nicely. Died looking emaciated and pasty like Keira Knightley. A phantom battle rapper, apparition of stature. I buried your slaughtered body, now I'ma spiritually blast you past the event horizon, right into my vice grips. You ultimately get compressed into a subatomic blip. The speed of light's the quickest, still the submission of my dominance. Ominent prominence, initiate shapes and make sentient. All instances of existence from particulate to galactic increments. Prevent the slaughter, you ought to quit while you can. If I decimate your flesh, you'll be left less than human. I'm sicker than amoebic dysentery. I'm hotter than a fever in Chile in January. Woo! I get it popping like water and hot grease when I sizzle the competition like they Szechuan beef. Tss. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. I've remained the slang language from this street called named desire. I don't bang to obtain respect. I project my intellect and slay opponents who flex, leaving their necks exposed. While they horn for clothes, claws, money, jewels, and hoes, neglecting their souls. Yup, a faux pas old as Cain and Abel. Foolish youth refute the truth to chase delusions and fables. Hear me, boy? Get your breakfast. Like mules in the stable, y'all braying and kicking. I'm an intellectual stallion, straight jumping the fence and trumping these mental whips, simplistic attempts to implement a verbal offense that makes grammatical sense. Let alone dollars. My armor's too hard to dent with artillery meant for imprinting mental toddlers. There would be no barter, a monetary exchange. I won't abstain from slaying lyrical cannon fodder. I flow colder than an Einstein Bose condensate. I freeze your face into a permanent no. Nobody knows the trouble my mind holds. Shall I jab their eyes closed and sleeping with bolos and do a succinct little tap dance on your teeth? So I'ma end your rapping career, leaving you governed in peace. Cause I'm the meat of the steak. You other niggas is actors. Your imminent, indignant end is signal with mad laughter. If you can't handle this vocab class for you beginners, when I whoop you with the word like a pastor, I'ma smash you out of mercy for you sinners and leave your stinking bodies chopped, screwed, and dismembered. Cause I'm fast, cause Comcast with a blast off 16 shots. I'm blowing these niggas off the map like Kalishnikovs. I give a shit about them bitch ass raps you rock. When you flow like a punk, you got a little swish in your rock. Willy-nilly niggas who dilly-dally in silliness. Ain't nobody feeling your shit, so I be feeling your niche. Touch of death, take his breath, crushing, killing him quick with this sick lyrical kung fu. I'm busting your lips. What? You dealing with a powerhouse. I'ma turn you inside out, random one, and really give the people something to be talking about. You got into a title bout without training your mouth. So I'ma play with you a little before I'm knocking you out. Right now I'm doing this shit that you know nothing about. Spitting lyrical tidal waves, I'm making sure that you drown. I'm a wrecking crane in the rap game, creating big change, leaving lame brains deranged and burning in flames. Maintaining my contemplating meditation, philosophizing on inspirations, invigorating hatred of your fakeness. Taking and breaking every word that you're speaking. Damaging lyrical hammer swinging and leaving your face caved in. I'm gonna take these cavemen on a trip to the future where the police just execute you. It costs less precious loot to shoot you. I'm gonna use it to try this for fertilizer that got you ignorantly living and dying for drugs and violence 100% of the time. It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna use my inner strength for steadily monkey wrenching these henchmen. Clinching victory swiftly over empty simpletons. I'm hitting hard like the 50 North Star with my ample implements. Prevent the slaughter. You ought to quit while you can. If our booty decimates your flesh, you'll be left less than human. My songs are naturally proper for mocking herbs. I pop off verbal rockets knocking you copycats out your stockings. Unstoppably cocky genius, steady phallus and demons. I sing A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Wata barakas muka wata ayla jaduka. I'll leave you cracked up and smoking after I tactically nuke you. I punish you pukes cause I'm lyrical sutra. And it's my duty to rebuke you and remove you from the face of the nation, leading the way like El Tissoir did the Haitians, the liberation, reshaping the matrix. I'm Neo's reincarnation, making these fake ass rappers hate my inescapable greatness, innovatively stating my domination. Intelligent intimidation, dooming these basic cavemen to incineration. Hey look, when given consideration, y'all, I'm quite a nice guy. I cut out your pitiful tongue, but carefully spared your ears and eyes. So you can essentially see and hear me now and cry about it later. Hey, situation's about as sweet and sour as on that one later. You can't take the humiliation, and I'll do you a favor. And I put you down like a dumb way to sending you to me, Jamaica, and the dance hall. I bust like a Rasta from Jamaica, shining bright upon the mic, faster than light eliminate ya. I sound like thunder, causing the ground of the fish shake up, break up and swallow the weak to feed the space the useless take up. Won't be no makeup. This is your final take your place. I shake up the trees and dead MCs fall like leaves. I'm on to rake up the competition. My lyrical venom cause necrotization and leave them black and blue, beaten and bloody like menstruation, total mutilation. They can't hide the eye man trace them and do the world a beautiful favor when iration banish them from the nation. All across the face of the planet with wicked lyric precision causing the greatest kind of damage. But still, sometimes I wonder why I always take so long to learn my motherfucking lessons. And time flies, y'all. Hey, day by day, I barely even seem to know the progression. It's like stepping in and out of a cell. It's the same carousel so many other niggas enrolled in the succession for sure. Hey, your best weapons is intellect and strategy. I know they mine. Inside my mind, I was striving not to be mad at me. Woo! And I know this ain't the way it had to be. Because the struggle through each day living that way was maddening shit. The savagery surrounding me was saddening. Locked in a box at the whim of a cop, sometimes it would bring me to the edge of the precipice and I was ready to jump. But if I lost my grip, I spend the rest of my life inside of that dump. That's called prison. Yeah. So when they say jump, I never say how high. See, when I was young, my pops taught me not to kiss they behind. So I'm grinding against their grain and I'm going against their flow and they know to respect my game because I'm so calm and cold. Yo, as I grow older and wiser while I'm making breakfast and spitting flows, I learn to despise the opposition from behind a plastic smile. See, my beauty is foolishly in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is foolishly in the eye of the beholder. Ooh, yes. I infiltrate and assassinate precisely. I'm a soldier. Folding y'all defenses like tidal waves and hurricanes. I outmaneuver these stooges like F-22 fighter planes. I scramble your brains and destroy your chains of command. crushing y'all into dust inside the palm of my hand. The execution of my grand plan is carried out efficiently. I'll overtake your land and stand victoriously. It's my body, my mind, my soul, and my time, and y'all never had control over me. Because I can see that I'm spiritually free to travel the galaxy, mastering lessons to actualize, challenge, and balance me. Since this hell I'm dwelling in has given me the inclination to achieve spiritual emancipation. Sounds like a contradiction. Time spent in meditation, helps me find divine inspiration. And instead of vegetating, I'm getting my education and giving my future careful consideration. I ain't got no time for wasting, nah. See, my occupations used to fall in between the making of 34 prostrations. Constructive utilization of boiling hatred made me plentiful energy from my mental machinery. Because a jinn live inside of a bottle, hey, they could surely empathize with my life inside of this concrete grotto. I should say that concrete grotto, grammatically correct. Right? I had to go to the bathroom and eat, sleep, and exercise inside of the confines of an 8.5 by 5. And I was still alive and kicking. Rhymes I'd written because my mind exasperated itself with plans to never go there again. I was trapped within the institution physically, but my elevated energy enabled me to travel astrally. And as the Adhan was called, all walls would disappear, and I'd bow down before Allah and pray to overcome my earthly flaws. And as death drew closer with every breath, I requested the one's forgiveness for sins and unpaid debts. And I was doing my best to honor my descendants, the remembrance of the one with each day that I lived in sincere repentance. So it's no gimmicks or games, right? Because them flames, they awaiting fools who refuse the true guidance by choosing to follow shaitan. Taking the bait and sealing their fate in the hereafter. Befriending jinn whose sole intent is making them mushriks and kafirs. Whoa. I'm striving to master myself as an MC. You know what I'm saying? For real. And a sentient spiritual entity who eventually will be leaving one day. And by the mercy and grace of the ones, Jannah will be my resting place. Y'all get all that? Yeah. Like I told that fool who messing with me, don't wake a sleeping dragon.